Are Clark and Angel Reese starring in a movie together? While the WNBA stars haven't booked a project together yet, this actor hopes they'll appear in the forthcoming sequel to his film. While Clark and Angel Reese are both WNBA powerhouses in their own rights, could the two potentially be teaming up off the court in the future? Actor Miguel Nunez Jr. sure hopes so. Speaking to press earlier this week, the 66-year-old actor, known for his titular role in the 2022 film Juwanna Mann, expressed his desire for the duo to team up for the sequel that Nunez Jr. noted is currently in production with Lionsgate Films. In addition to noting that the original film was before its time, Nunez Jr. said a sequel script is still in the works and that the film will bring back several of its original cast members, including Vivica Fox and Tommy Davidson. He also promised that the movie would feature a few brand new cameos, including the likes of superstar athletes like Angel Reese, Steph Curry, and Clark. "I love her," he said of Clark. "I love Angel Reese. I'd beat Clark on the court, and I'd marry Angel Reese in the film." While Clark, a guard for the Indiana Fever, doesn't have any acting credentials to her name yet, outside of a few commercials, we love the idea of her potentially making a cameo in a feature film. On the other hand, Reese, a forward on the Chicago Sky, made her acting debut earlier this year in the Kathryn Bigelow film A House of Dynamite. "We think both women are primed for the big screen eventually." The premise of the original Juwanna Mann film follows a basketball star who joins a women's professional basketball league after getting suspended from the men's league. The film, known for being problematic, received little critical acclaim at the time, and has a 4.7/10-star rating on IMDb, as well as a 9% tomato-meter rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Dancing with the Stars Season 34 Episode 8 Live Recap. Dances, Scores, and an Elimination. Dancing with the Stars. 7 celebs we totally forgot once appeared on the hit show. Paige Spiranak has perfect response after unfortunate shot during Internet Invitational. Olivia Rodrigo brings summer's most popular trend into autumn with one timeless look. Olivia Dunn and Paul Skeens have great success with humorous couple's Halloween costume. For years, Clark and Angel Reese have been linked by competition, headlines, and highlight reels. They were the spark that supercharged women's basketball into a new era, the rivals who became global icons, and the two most polarizing athletes of their generation. But now, the internet is buzzing with a new question, one that no fan expected. Are Clark and Angel Reese about to star in a movie together? At first, it seemed like nothing more than a wild rumor, an overexcited fan theory sparked by a blurry backstage photo. But as the whispers grew, the story took on a life of its own, building into the kind of plot twist Hollywood would be proud of. The rumor begins. It all started when Clark and Reese were spotted at a Los Angeles studio, entering within minutes of each other. The photo went viral instantly. Some fans insisted it meant nothing. Others were convinced this was the beginning of the most unexpected collaboration in sports entertainment history. The two stars, always professional but rarely in the same room unless basketball forced them to be, declined to comment. That silence only fueled the fire. Why it makes sense. As strange as it seems, a Clark-Reese movie isn't far-fetched. Hollywood loves a storyline with built-in electricity, and few rivalries have captivated audiences the way theirs has. Clark, the poised, sharpshooting phenom with a documentary's worth of records already attached to her name, has the kind of global brand directors dream about. Reese, the charismatic, unapologetic force of nature who turned intensity into an art form, has star power that pops on camera. Their dynamic is made for the screen. Two competitors, two personalities, one unshakable connection forged by the pressure of carrying the sport forward. Behind the scenes, what insiders are saying. According to creative insiders, the anonymous kind who love dropping hints online, the pair were approached to appear in a sports drama hybrid, part documentary, part scripted film. Something that blends entertainment with storytelling. Something that captures the cultural wave these two athletes create. One rumor says they'd play themselves. Another says they'd act as fictional teammates forced to work together. A third claims the project is a cameo in a major studio feature, the kind where athletes appear briefly but memorably, like Serena in Ocean's 8 or LeBron in Trainwreck. Nothing is confirmed. Everything is possible. The fans weigh in. Social media exploded with theories. If Clark and Reese star in a movie together, it'll break the internet. Hollywood wouldn't dare waste this energy. They need this pair. Imagine a buddy comedy. I'd watch that twice. Fan edits appeared by the thousands, mock posters, trailers, and even full fan-made scripts. One edit portrayed them as undercover agents, another imagined them as rivals turned mentors for a struggling high school team. For years, debates surrounding Clark and Reese were heated. Team Clark, Team Reese, underdog versus favorite, shooter versus enforcer. But now, fans were actually rooting for them together. The cultural timing is perfect. Hollywood is in its athlete-era renaissance. Documentaries, biopics, crossover cameos, athletes aren't just athletes anymore. They're multimedia personalities. They're brands. And Clark and Reese aren't just players, they're cultural forces. They sell out arenas. They dominate conversations. They shift ratings, merchandise, sponsorships, and the future of the sport. Put them in a movie? That's not just casting, it's strategy. A studio executive could probably retire off opening week numbers alone. The possible storylines. If a Clark-Reese film truly exists, there are endless creative directions. 1. A basketball drama. A fictional tale of two rivals forced onto the same roster, learning to trust each other as the world watches. Something gritty, emotional, raw. 2. A documentary hybrid. A deep dive into how their rivalry reshaped women's basketball, intercut with dramatized scenes. Think The Last Dance meets a Netflix sports movie. 3. A lighthearted sports comedy. Two stars getting recruited to coach a chaotic youth team? Hollywood would absolutely do it. 4. An action cameo. Imagine Clark and Reese playing themselves in a movie where athletes save the day, Fast and Furious style. 5. A redemption story. Not redemption from anything, but toward something bigger. A story where rivalry becomes partnership. Where competition becomes mutual respect. The rivalry that turned into respect. The most compelling part of this rumor isn't the movie, it's the idea that Clark and Reese could choose to collaborate on something bigger than basketball. Over the years, both have said publicly that they respect each other. That the rivalry is real but healthy. That the noise around them is mostly fan-made. A movie would be the ultimate symbol of that evolution. It would show the world that two women can compete fiercely, challenge each other, thrive under pressure, and still come together for something historic. It would shatter stereotypes. It would rewrite narratives. It would create new ones. The icon factor. Every era of sports has its signature pairing. Magic and Bird. Serena and Sharapova. Ali and Frazier.